Hello, everyone. Santoro and Sons Real Estate Group celebrating Halloween this year. Wanted to show you some really cool ideas. But first, I was thinking about the jack-o'-lantern, the pumpkin. How is it that it's something that we carve? How does this connect to the holiday? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't have a natural connection like peas and carrots, right? It's just not doesn't seem to work. So I did a little research and I found out that this is actually from an Irish tradition. So as the Irish people immigrated to our country, they brought this with them. And how it works is there is a fable. I'm gonna read a little bit of this to you because it's a little complicated. But there was a fable that the Irish people told, and it's about a guy named Stingy Jack. Yes, Stingy Jack was his name, who made a deal with the devil, and when Stingy Jack died, neither heaven or hell wanted him. So he was obviously a pretty bad guy. So his only choice was to wander the earth carrying a hollowed out beet, which is what this is right here. This is a beet. It's as hard as you could imagine. So he had to carve a hole in the top and put a candle inside of there, and that's what he carried around for light. So the Irish used beets and turnips. This is a turnip, by the way. This is another incredibly hard vegetable to carve. I have no idea why they would have chosen those until they came to America and found the lovely pumpkin, which is very easy to carve in comparison to these hard vegetables. So all of these years, they want to remind themselves not to be like Stingy Jack. So the Irish started to carve these vegetables and leave them out in front of their house with a candle. And that's how we came up with the Jack of Lantern, is how they called it, Jack of Lantern, and it turned into Jack-o'-lantern. So we now have a Jack-o'-lantern that came from this stingy Jack guy. So anyway, thought you guys would appreciate that and love the story. I wanted to also carve a pumpkin and show you something that I think is pretty cool. So Halloween this year is on a Tuesday, which doesn't help us to carve pumpkins with our kids on Tuesday, because who has the time to carve pumpkins, make dinner, get dressed, get out and trick-or-treat like crazy people? Who has time for that? But wouldn't you rather carve your pumpkins earlier and keep them, in a natural state so that they're not decaying? The way to do it is I carve this pumpkin, okay? Take the top off. You get petroleum jelly. Don't use oil, don't use bleach, don't use spray, don't use anything. This is your ticket. You take the lid of this off and you put a little bit on your hand and you just basically rub it around inside the pumpkin, but you have to make sure to get all surfaces covered with the petroleum jelly, okay? So you just keep doing it, keep doing it. You also do the outside like this, okay? So you make sure that it's covering all parts of the pumpkin, but you got to get into all the little crevices like I'm doing here, okay? So you might need a brush. Since this is such a small pumpkin, this is like a pie pumpkin, I would get a little brush and I would just brush it on, because it's a very pliable, product. So you just kind of do what I'm doing here. And then if you want, you can refrigerate. If you don't want, you don't have to. But once you've done that, you basically have a pumpkin that's protected from any kind of decaying for at least a week. Okay, so you could actually do pumpkins a week early and keep them with this petroleum jelly. Make sure you really liberally put it on, and the pumpkins will be healthy, or not healthy, but will be usable by Halloween. Okay, all right, so that's one trick. All right, I'm gonna do another trick here. We already talked about our beets and our turnip, which clearly I would not carve. This is kind of a cool thing, and here is a project for the kids. Now, you can't give the kids the actual tools I'm going to give you here, maybe the scissors, but you can certainly help them. They can certainly help you by placing these outside. But these are toilet paper rolls and used paper towel rolls. And what I did was I made a cut just like that into the roll of material, and then I used a scissor and I cut out a set of eyes, just like this, what I'm doing right here, if you can see. Cut out a set of eyes. Doesn't take very long, and you can go fast or slow, whatever you want to do. And you can make them nice or not, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be seen at night, okay? I cut out a set of eyes, and then I bought these really great things, and these are little, they glow in the dark things. So you break them like this, And then you use, well, my decorations are kind of in the way. I'm getting spider web all over me, but you kind of tape them in like this, and then you have the kids set them around inside of your like plants. So as kids walk up to trick or treat, they see these eyes peering out at them. I really like this one with the double eyes, and you get 2 different colors, and you basically tape them inside each one like this. And that shows through, and it looks like there's 2 pairs of eyes watching them as they walk by. You don't need to color or paint any of the material on the outside because it's not going to be seen because it's at dark and it's at night. Okay, so I just love these little tricks and treats. I am a big Halloween lover, as you can see by my hat. This isn't certainly the first year I've worn it, surprise. But I want to wish you all a happy, healthy, and safe Halloween. And if you do happen to trick or treat by my house and you see me, please tell me you saw my video. I'd love to know that you were participating in Halloween and decorating your pumpkins and all that kind of stuff. It's fun. So if you ever need a real estate agent, you know who to call. Please give us a call anytime. We look forward to seeing you this Halloween.